out some wonderful Super Bowl snacks. Now, I have to admit, usually I never knew who was playing in the Super Bowl, but because I had a husband and 5 sons who were in there cheering, I knew it was Super Bowl Sunday. And they always did want some snacks. Well, you know what? I really love those guys. And I want their hearts to be healthy, and I want their brains to be healthy, and I want them to live a long and happy life. So, I want to feed them the best way that I can, and I don't want to fill their bellies up full of fat and cholesterol and a lot of salt. So, I'm going to show you some hacks that they will love, but they will also be healthy. We're going to start off with chips. Everybody loves chips. Oh my gosh. I bought some sprouted corn tortillas, and these are just corn, flour, and water, and they're delicious with a taco, but we're going to make chips with them. So you get them out, and you can take 2 or 3 at a time, and get your kitchen scissors and cut them. You can also use your pizza cutter and just cut them into fourths. Usually a fourth of a tortilla is good if you've got these small ones. So we're looking for ingredients of just corn, flour, and water, and that's usually what's there. Nothing like lard or any kind of fat. So we're putting these, usually a chip is fried in oil, so we're bypassing all of that, and we're going to put these in a 400-degree oven. I've got that preheated, and I'm going to just do a few more of these. And so they're going to go here on my pan, and I have my Silpat on here to keep it non-stick without any kind of oil. Okay, now the next step, I have a little spray bottle that I have filled half with lime juice and half with water. And I'm going to spray these chips so they'll have a little lime taste, but they'll also have something for the little bit of salt to stick to. So I've got a little bit of salt here. So a little bit goes a long way, so I'm going to just sprinkle very lightly, and then I'm going to turn them over and spritz them on the other side with, remember, my little lime juice water concoction here. Very easy. And then a little bit of salt on this side. Okay. And these are ready for the oven. So I'm going to put these in the oven for about 5 to 7 minutes. You want to watch them, so set it at 5 minutes and then just take a peek depending on your oven, 400 degrees. I had to let mine stay in there about 8 minutes to get them to where they had a little golden brown and crispiness. So you may want to even pick them up when they're in the oven and just see if they're still limp, they need a few more minutes. So here they go. And I'm going to set a timer because I tend to forget. Now it comes to the fun part. So you can't have a chip without something to dip it in. So we're going to make some cheese sauce. And this is a healthy cheese sauce without the cheese. Because the cheese, what's it got in it? Cholesterol, fat, lots of salt, Velveeta. Oh my goodness, don't get me started. Probably the saltiest, fattest food we've ever invented. So we're going to make a great cheese sauce here. So here's my Vitamix container, and in it I have cooked potatoes with the peel on. It's all going to be ground up, so don't worry about the peel. We've got carrots and onion. Yeah, that's all that's in here is cooked carrots, potatoes, and onions that I just cook on the stove with a little bit of water for a couple of minutes to get them soft. So that's the beginnings of our cheese sauce. Then we're going to add some lemon juice, and here's my lemon squeezer. So you get about a tablespoon of lemon juice from a half of a lemon, and that's about all you need. And we're gonna add some red pepper because I love red pepper, lots of antioxidants, a lot of phytochemicals, and you can sneak in those veggies on those kids. And then we're gonna add a half a cup of cashews that I have been soaking in water for about 15 minutes. It really doesn't have to be very long. So these are cashews. This is going to make your cheese sauce creamy. Now, if you really want it to be fiber filled and calorie void, you can use white beans instead of your cashews. So white beans will also give your cheese sauce that creaminess that you desire. We're going to use the cashews today, but remember, white beans can substitute, or maybe do half cashews, half white beans. That might be the way to go. And sometimes I'll just throw some beans in my cheese sauce if I want to just bump up the fiber and the health. The beans really do add a lot of good flavor. All right, then we're going to use garlic powder and a little bit of salt and some chipotle chili powder. So this is going to be like a nacho flavored cheese sauce. And then we're doing a little pinch of smoked paprika. Smoked paprika has a wonderful, sweet, smoky flavor. And then, depending on how you like it, a little bit of cayenne pepper. Little bit. I'm not a real fan of really hot, but we are going to put a little bit of spice in there. And then to make it cheesy, we're going to use nutritional yeast. Nutritional yeast can be found at any grocery store. It is a denatured yeast. It won't make anything rise, but it will definitely give you that cheesy flavor that you've been missing. All right. And then I'm going to whip this up. I'm going to grab just a little bit of water in case it's too thick. I'm just going to add just a tad of water. And I think we have all of our ingredients in here. Yes, we do. And here we go. All right. So I don't know if you can see that wonderful cheese sauce that we are about to put on our chips. But you know what? Let's make some salsa too, because that'll be great. All right, here we've got a bowl. We're going to put our salsa in. Now, most salsa that you buy at the grocery store is just tomatoes and spices and peppers and onions. So there's really, sometimes they'll add cilantro and corn and chilies, but those are really healthy as long as they haven't added a lot of salt or sugar. But making salsa is really easy as well. And so I've got a can of diced fire roasted tomatoes here and some chopped onion, a little bit of lime juice. The squeezer comes in real handy. And then we've got some chopped garlic and maybe a little garlic powder as well. And then to give it that kick, we've got the chilies with adobe sauce. Now, I'm real cautious with this stuff because it can be super, super hot. So I'm just going to dip in here and get a little bit of that sauce and add it. I can always add more, I can't take it away. And I could add peppers to this. I could add some cilantro. If you like cilantro, some people just really don't. Really gives a great freshness. And there you go, a very easy salsa that we're going to use on our chips, but also on our chili that we're about to make. Okay, we have got our corn tortilla chips, we have got our cheese sauce and our salsa, and now we're going to make it hearty with chili. Chili is so easy. There's so many recipes out there, and I love to throw veggies in my chili. I like carrots and zucchini and greens, but today we're gonna make a super simple, easy chili that you can do really quick with things that you have in your pantry. So in your pantry, you also always should have a jar of salsa. We're gonna start with that, and we're gonna put it in our big pot. Any kind of salsa you like, we talked about that before, or you can make your own salsa. And then we're going to add about a half a cup of frozen corn. This is fire roasted frozen corn, but it can be any kind of corn. And this is just frozen. I just rinsed it off with a little bit of water, and it's already steamed, so it's perfect to put in the chili just as it is. And then we've got 2 cans of beans. You can pick whatever cans of beans you like. Today we're using black beans and pinto beans. You could use kidney beans, you could use white beans, any kind of beans you want. So that is your basic chili: beans, corn, and salsa. The salsa has your spices, and so your beans and your corn. Now this is very chunky, so you could use a little veggie broth or maybe some tomato sauce to make it a little less like chunky but more soup-like. But this is so healthy. There is so much fiber, so much nutrients in here with the red and the yellow. You want to eat that rainbow, and that's what you're going to do with this chili. Now you can also add some spices. This is a chili mix that I bought that's very low sodium. I think Mrs. Dash has come out with one, and I might just use a little bit of this, or you could use a Chipotle style Mrs. Dash, which has no salt, and that adds a little bit of flavor, or just some chili powder and a little bit of salt. You taste it, you decide, you be the owner of your chili. So let's put all of this together. I would let this simmer for about 20 minutes, and then it would be definitely ready to serve. So let's put it all together with our chips and our cheese sauce. I think it's about halftime, so they're gonna be hungry and wanting some snacks. So we are going to take our chips, which are nice and crunchy now, and we're gonna put those on our plate. And we will add some of this wonderful Easy Deasy chili on top. And then maybe a little bit of salsa. And then our wonderful, yummy, oh, it's so thick, cheese sauce. We're gonna have to scoop it out. There we go. So, I think the guys are gonna love it. What do you think?